2-match touchline suspension for Arne Slot. Arne Slot has just been found by the FA to be guilty of what happened in the Merseyside derby, and he has been fined for 2-match touchline suspension. What exactly is happening in the EPL? Why is the EPL becoming so robotic? Why is the EPL becoming so deflective? Why is the FA becoming so protective of the referees? What happened to the beautiful game of football that we all just want to enjoy? We all just want to watch it. We all just want to enjoy it. The Merseyside derby, as we know it, is one of the most important matches. In fact, if not the most important match for both Liverpool and Everton fans every season, both home and away, either home or away. And the last one we saw was a very, very great match, which, of course, as an Arsenal fan myself, I was really, really happy with the result. It was a beautiful 2-2 draw. And then at the back of the match, we are hearing that Arne Slot has been given 2, touchline match suspension. In today's world of football, it is difficult for managers to express how they feel. It is difficult for players to express how they feel. And one of the most important things that we need to understand is that we know that in the game of football, emotions are bound to run. So instead of the FA or the PGMOL to actually look into what is really happening with bad decisions, they are actually enabling the referees more and more to, dish out this kind of decisions. I've gone back to the video over and over again, check where or what Arne Slot really did that could warrant something like this. By the way, I'm still going to read out the FA fine. I'm going to read it out so that you can understand what or how the fine is. I watched that video again. I had to watch it again, and what I realized about that video is that Arne Slot was just angry because, for example, maybe because his team were in a winning position and suddenly they end up drawing that match. These are the emotions that referees need to understand, that referees need to know that managers too can sometimes not be in a good mood. So he did what everybody would have done. He went over to the referee to shake hands. If he hadn't gone over to the referee to shake hands, he would have been criticized. He went over to the referee to shake hands again, and now the handshake has actually turned into a fine. Because personally, what I would have thought Michael Oliver would do was that when the scuffle was going on, he could have probably just said, "Okay, guy, just calm down. I know you are tense. I know, it's not too much to do." But because Michael Oliver really wants to show that he's in charge, just like the way he has done against Arsenal, in fact, Arsenal has been the victim of this many times. The incident of Lewis Kelly. He always wants to be in charge. He always wants to be in control. And football should not be that way. Football should not be so robotic in such a way that it is the FA that will predict how the fans will celebrate, how the players will celebrate, or how they react to something that is not supposed to be on the pitch. You should not be expecting a manager, for example, to be smiling when his team is picking up a red card, for example, or when some decisions are not going in their way. So how did we arrive here? How exactly did we arrive here as football lovers and even the governing bodies that are supposed to make these laws, favorable for everybody, are not making it favorable for everybody? Before I continue the video, I am not a Liverpool fan, but this is turning our football into something else. If you are removing the ability of managers to show the anger in them, where exactly do you want them to speak up? If they speak up during the press conference, it becomes a problem. If they speak up on the pitch, it becomes an issue. Why don't you look at the problems? Why don't you look at the things they want to address and address them? To be very, very honest, it could have been any manager. And it would have been worse even if it was Mikel Arteta, for example, because a lot of people would have picked on him. But of course, it's Arne Slot. Maybe his first time doing that in the EPL. And of course, maybe people can actually just try to overlook him because, he hasn't done too many of it. So the match ended, he went over to shake hands, and the countenance of Michael Oliver that it was more or less like he was so ready to give her the red card. So before I go more in depth into the whole topic, let me quickly see or read out the fine so that we can understand what is going on and how intentional these things are. So according to the FA, this is on their website, directly from their website, it says an independent regulatory commission has sanctioned Everton, Liverpool and a slot and Spike Allshoff in relation to the Premier League fixture between the clubs on Wednesday, 12th of February. So it reads, it was alleged that both clubs failed to ensure their players and or technical area occupants did not behave in an improper and or provocative way following the final whistle. Everton and Liverpool admitted these charges and the regulatory commission imposed a £65,000 and £50,000 on them respectively following a hearing. It was alleged that the Liverpool head coach acted in an improper manner and or used insulting and or abusive words and or behavior towards both the match referee and an assistant referee after the match has finished. And a slot admitted to the charge, and the regulatory commission imposed a 2-match touchline suspension and a £70,000 fine. It was alleged that the Liverpool assistant head coach acted in an improper manner and or used insulting and or abusive words and or behavior towards a match official, which led to his dismissal. It was further alleged that he acted in an improper manner and or used insulting and or abusive words and or behaviors towards a match official. Okay, I'm being all right. So Spike Austin admitted to discharge, and the regulatory commission imposed a 2-match touchline suspension and £7,000 fine. The regulatory commission's written reason for these sanctions will be published in due course. So, since when did football become this difficult to enjoy? Tensions are about to run when is big boys playing, or when it is, for example, when it is a derby match. Arsenal Tottenham is always designed to be hot because, of course, they are both in North London. Merseyside derby is, of course, going to be hot because, of course, they are from the same region, which is the Merseyside derby. So, how are we basically going to be expecting this? Or what kind of behavior are we expecting the managers to actually post up? They should just, because I don't even know. I mean, how do we expect the managers to actually act? To just sit down, look everything, and not just do anything? No, it doesn't work that way. So I don't know if maybe some people are actually designing robots that will begin to play football on the pitch. Maybe the next 10, 15, 20 years, we start to see robots playing football on the pitch. So whenever you want to watch Arsenal, Liverpool, for example, or Liverpool, Everton, Liverpool, Manchester City, we are as well going to be watching robots play on the field that are perfect. That are not going to get angry when decisions does not go against them. I've been watching football for quite a long time, and these decisions, these rules are actually spoiling the beautiful game that we all love. Fines here and there, and making it quite difficult to really, really enjoy the football game. This was just about the same way Curtis Jones was given a red card in that match. Referees need to really understand how to manage these things, how to balance these things. You should not always want to be the star of the game. Referees are not supposed to be the star of the game. They are supposed to be the silent judgment giver on the game. Just do what you have to do on the pitch. Give the goals, give the fouls, give the proper way you have to do it, and use your VR for goodness sakes. The proper way. Because one of the things that is also very, 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 in topic right now is just the match between Everton and Manchester United, the Ashley Young penalty that was not given. I've not really gotten much about that, although I'm still going to make a video on it. But these controversies keep coming and coming, because even in that one, it was said that the referee was shown a different angle to what he should have been shown. So somebody has failed in that aspect, which is the PGMOL, of course, the association of the referee. When the manager gets angry and talk, you impose a fine. You impose a fine on that. So guys, this is what I really want to talk about in this video. Please do remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Subscribing is very, very important. If you cannot subscribe, at least do like my video so that YouTube can begin to suggest to other people. So I'm going to see you in the next one I'll be making. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really, really appreciate it. See you in the next one, guys.